Is Beau is Afraid Ari Aster's masterpiece, or is it his worst movie yet? Let's find out in my review of Beau is Afraid.
Become thousands. Your adventures will continue for years and years.
Hey, what's up, movie people? I hope you're doing well. This is my review on Beau is Afraid. There's going to be no spoilers in this review, so don't worry about that. Going to this movie blind is all I have to say for now, but make sure you like and subscribe to this video. It helps out a lot. But Beau is Afraid follows basically the sudden death of his mother. A mild-mannered but anxiety-ridden confronts his deepest fears as he embarks on an epic odyssey back home. This is an epic hero's journey kind-esque movie for Beau, because his mom dies, and then this journey he goes on is just something you wouldn't expect at all in a movie. I mean, you would maybe expect this from Ari Aster, but in a different movie you would not expect this. But to preface, I've seen Ari Aster's other two movies, Hereditary and Midsommar. I think Hereditary is just amazing work of art in basically the horror genre, and I think it's just an amazing movie. And I did just watch Midsommar. I think that movie is just alright. I feel like that movie is just way too long, but the acting in it is great. The sets are great. I just feel like that movie just didn't live up, but I still had hopes for this movie. And let me just say, this movie is something else. It really is. For our cast for this one, we have Joaquin Phoenix, of course, as Beau. Other ones we have Amy Ryan, Patti LuPone, Nathan Lane is in here, and we have Stephen McKinley is in here, Richard Kind is in here. We have a lot of recognizable people in this cast that you meet along the road in Beau's journey. I think the cast did an amazing job, but I think this all lands on Joaquin Phoenix and if he was able to deliver, and I think he was really able to deliver on this script that Ari Aster put for him, because this is just an insane movie. And if Joaquin Phoenix wasn't in this movie, I don't know if it would have been the same for me, because he just brings a lot of different emotions to this role, and basically he's afraid in this movie, as in the title, and he shows a lot of fear. I think being Joker actually helped him probably get ready for this role, because there were stories that he on set actually collapsed at certain parts in this movie while filming because it was so hard for him. And I totally get that now, because seeing his performance in this was just insane. And I'm happy that Ari Aster got to work with Joaquin Phoenix, and I'm happy Joaquin Phoenix got to work with Ari Aster, because they both played off each other so well in directing terms and in acting terms. And getting on the script, I want to mention that the script was also written by Ari Aster, and I think the script is honestly one of its best parts, even though I do feel like it gets a little convoluted and a little confusing towards the end, what Ari Aster is trying to perform and bring across to the audience. I still do think the script really was kind of amazing for Ari Aster, because it's kind of it's not really a horror movie. If you're scared of a lot of movies, this isn't really horror, but there's horror aspects and a little bit of images that are a little scary in it, but it's more like a dark comedy-esque movie. Think of The Truman Show, but darker than that. That's how I felt, because there were a lot of laughs in this, and if Ari Aster did a full-blown comedy, I would be there for that, because this movie was absolutely hilarious at points, which I was not expecting at all. But overall, my thoughts on this movie were, I don't even know. How do I even explain this movie or even talk about this movie in no spoilers? Because it's not possible. I went with my one friend in this movie, and we just even had a hard time thinking about this movie after, because as I said, I feel like the ending does get a little confusing, and I feel like Ari Aster has a hard time wrapping up his movies. That's the one weakness this movie has, is the wrap up makes it even more confusing those last 25 minutes, because it is weird as heck, but it's a very entertaining ride, because the cast brings it, the set design is there, and I held my breath at some moments because I did not know what was going to happen. But I gotta say, I had an enjoyable time watching it, and it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I saw an IMAX, it's once in a lifetime. There's a 15 to 30 minutes scene where it's all animated, backgrounds. I thought that was brilliant. Ari Aster is really imagining all these things and just bringing them to screen. I think he's a great director, but I think he needs to work on his endings a little bit and making these films more accessible to people to like understand without watching videos on it. But I know that's how Ari Aster works. But at the same time, that's just like my one big complaint on the story is its ending and how it's kind of doesn't make sense a little bit towards the end. But I gotta say, I had a great time with it. And I do think there are a lot of scenes that I will come back to. And I will come back to this movie a lot because it's such a journey. It's such a hero's journey in an unexpected way. That's how I would explain this movie. It's a hero's journey in like the opposite, darker way of a hero's journey would be. But on the pace and the runtime, this movie is a big movie. 3 hours long. So you're going to be in that theater for 3 hours. You got to get ready for it. Go to the bathroom before. I do got to say it is a little too long, but all the scenes I felt like were entertaining. And I didn't really feel runtime too much, but after I was finished, I gotta say, maybe cut it down 15 minutes, take out some of that ending where it was just a little too convoluted. But 3 hours didn't really hurt it too much in my opinion. But overall, like I said, this movie is really hard to explain in a non-spoiler fashion, but I had an enjoyable time. It was an entertaining movie, very entertaining. Very different from Ari Aster's other films, and I thought that was a welcome surprise. Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job. This movie probably won't get any love at the Oscars, but I feel like it just had a wonderful script, wonderful set design. The acting was brilliant by everyone, and I won't be able to get this movie out of my brain for a while. I don't even know what the heck is happening in this movie, but it's a journey. It's the opposite of the hero's journey, a darker hero's journey. That's what it is. But overall, I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5. I think that this is just not Ari Aster's masterpiece, but it's a great, enjoyable, and different movie from his others, and I enjoyed it a decent bit. Let me know what you guys thought down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.